Mobile television production facilities for this broadcast are made possible by a grant from Walmart. Walmart, with their location on the White Horse Pike in Somerdale.
You're watching Sterling High School Channel 19, winner of the Mid-Atlantic Emmy Award for the best live game broadcast. Serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Somerdale, and Stratford.
And welcome to Sterling Channel 19 action of boys basketball today. The Sterling Silver Knights take on the Haddonfield Bulldogs. Both teams with the exact same record, 6-1, overall 4-0 in the conference. Take a look at the Colonial Liberty standings. Both teams at the top, 6-1, 4-0 in the conference. Paulsboro lingering around on that 3 spot right now. And obviously you see the Haddon Heights Garnets, West Deptford Eagles, and Haddon Township Hawks round out the Colonial Liberty. Let's take a look at some of the points per game here. Sterling and Haddonfield both with 51 points per game. Sterling lets in a little more with 49 points per game compared to Haddonfield's 41. CJ Mundell and Jadis McFadden, the leading scorers for the Knights. Sam Narducci and Patrick Ryan, along with Ted Bond, the leading scorers for the Bulldogs.
And the game history for these two teams: Sterling 276, 197 overall. Haddonfield 420 and 106 overall in the league. Sterling at 139 and 89. Haddonfield at 191 and 33. And for home and away, Sterling is 117 and 70. And Haddonfield at 153 and 43. Haddonfield leads the series 32-10, but Sterling has won 3 of the last 4 matchups. Haddonfield had won 18 straight before Sterling had won the last 3 or 4.
Take a look at last year's matchup. March 4th, 2022. Haddonfield won this one with a low-scoring affair, 26-25. See Mike Ermel, who has graduated, led the team in scoring. That game with 12. Haddonfield's Mooney had 8, and then a look. Sterling won 43-25. Andrew Tummings, the senior, had 16. Mooney once again with 7. That time Sterling was victorious on February 10th. And the Sterling boys team is going to now introduce themselves.
CJ Mundell, senior, guard, Somerdale.
Jadis McFadden, senior, point guard, Stratford.
Walter Garrison, junior, power forward, Woodbury.
Ramir Long, freshman, point guard, Laurel Springs.
Julian Johnson, sophomore, shooting guard, Somerdale.
Jake Spiritoso, junior, center, Magnolia.
Travis Schmid, sophomore, power forward, Laurel Springs.
Mark Lockett, senior, shooting guard, Stratford.
Amari Key, sophomore, guard, Somerdale.
Marquise Holloway, junior, center, Magnolia.
Zion Arnett, sophomore, small forward, Somerdale.
Brandon Allison, junior, guard, Laurel Springs.
And that was a great look there at the Sterling boys basketball team for this season. We're going to take a look at the starting lineups. Starting lineup for the Sterling Knights: CJ Mundell and Jadis McFadden, the 2 senior leaders on this team, followed by a young core of Ramir Long, Travis Schmidt, and Julian Johnson, all underclassmen there. And flipping the script over to Haddonfield, Matt Morris will be running the point for the Bulldogs, number 2. He's a junior, followed by Sam Narducci, Zach Langen, Patrick Ryan, and Ted Bond, anchored in the middle as the senior.
Moving the ball and defending the perimeter. Usually Sterling, they're a really good communicating team. They really have a great job with ball movement and just, controlling how they affect the game. And obviously with these keys to the game, that can help them take down a pretty highly favored Haddonfield team.
I think one of the reasons why I think this is going to be such a good game is you only have to look as far as the scoring on both teams. Very balanced scoring, so you can't overplay to one player, or each team will have somebody else that can hurt you.
And we're taking a look here at the Sterling starters. Here's point guard Premier Long. And guys, always a competitive game when it comes down to these rivalry games, and this will be a good look for some of the younger guys for Sterling who it might be their first opportunity in a varsity game against a tough opponent like Haddonfield.
Yeah, there's no question about it. It's really a playoff-like atmosphere, and there's nothing better than an atmosphere like this to get you ready. I know it's a little bit ways away, but for a playoff game.
Yeah, well, we've seen a lot of the young guys step up this season. We've seen Premier Long, Julian Johnson. Again, a lot of the younger classmen here at Sterling. They've stepped up pretty well. In the first few games of the season, we've seen guys like Premier Long and Julian Johnson get hot. So hopefully we can see that continue as this, as you said, playoff atmosphere-like game goes on.
As we look at C.J. Mondell, we talked about balanced scoring. Said nobody's really going to get overplayed to one way or another, but if there is one guy who they're going to really focus on, it's C.J. Mondell, and he's gradually getting used to garnering that type of defense, attention defensively.
Take a look at the coaches for Haddonfield. It is
Paul
Coach Wiedemann, his 24th season, and on the right, Coach Justin Behringer, who recently picked up his 100th career win as a coach.
Two well-respected, outstanding coaches here tonight.
We should have a good one on hand today, about ready to get underway. Just approaching the opening tip. And we are all set. Sterling wins the tip in the hands of Long. And this game has begun. Sterling versus Haddonfield, one of the best matchups of the year. As Johnson now outside finds McFadden. Back over to Long. Nice pass to McFadden. McFadden drives in. Now cross-court pass to Mundell. And Mundell stepped out of bounds.
Now to beat Haddonfield, you're going to have to move the ball quickly around the perimeter. And I think the big thing is, with Haddonfield, you can't get caught in the corner. They'll come at you with that trap.
And the Bulldogs working their way up the court. Here's Bond, picked up by Mundell. Now out to Langen. Langen with some space from inside. Doesn't go, rebound Mundell. Running the break. C.J. Mundell drives inside, kick out to McFadden, finds Long. Long, kick out to Johnson. Johnson jacks up a three. Julian Johnson nails that one from outside.
Got a great job initially by Long right here, sensing the defender's out of control, drives, kicks it out, and Johnson drains it.
And it looks like the call on the floor is now changed to 2 points.
Guys, I really like the ball movement from Sterling here early on in this game.
Making the extra pass early here are the Knights. Good defensive pressure there. Forces them. Haddonfield looks flustered now, and finally a foul. Looks like it'll go on number 4, Premier Long. But Sterling with some defensive pressure, and that rattled Haddonfield a little bit there.
They got that half-court trap, and Sterling right now really looking to pressure the perimeter to try and shake things up.
Yeah, Sterling showing that aggressiveness early on defense, definitely setting the tone for this game. As you see right there, Sterling defense looking really strong to start things out.
Pass was tipped and ended up in the hands of Schmid. Ball will stay with Sterling. McFadden to inbound. Fires it back to Long. Here's McFadden, he's guarded by Bond. Schmidt with the screen and a bit of a miscue there. Intercepted by Bond. Here's Narducci, he's picked up by McFadden. McFadden sticks with him. Narducci, shot is up and in for Sam Narducci to get the Bulldogs on the board. And Sterling running quick, here's Long. Finds McFadden, back to Long. Over to Mundell, Mundell finds McFadden inside. Strong take by James McFadden, and he gives the Knights an early 4-2 advantage.
Yeah, and that's a great job by C.J. Mundell finding McFadden. Didn't have much room, but they're two guys that have worked together, and a great job by James McFadden. Finished down outside, and it's set back by Travis Schmidt.
Here is Long. He is fouled. Gonna take another look at this play right here. The layup by McFadden.
That's outstanding body control. Going up, going against two defenders, and making it count. And coming the other way, Vermeer Long, boy, doesn't play like a freshman. One of those guys who, when he drives to the basket, he either scores or he gets himself to the free throw line.
First free throw bounces around and drops for the freshman.
For a young guy, I like how he drives and goes in there strong, takes on contact. A lot of times, younger guys will kind of shy away from contact and not end up getting the foul.
Excellent there from the charity stripe is Long. And Sterling continues with this press. Here is Bond. Fires a wayward pass that was intended there for Patrick Ryan.
Now, if Haddonfield has problems, Sterling's going to continue to amp up the defensive pressure.
Here is Long, he finds Johnson. Now in the corner is McFadden. Works it out, finds Long. Sterling has some good ball movement as we talked about in the early stage of this game. Johnson jacks up a three, won't go. Rebound there to Morris. Morris drives inside. Good find, won't go there for Patrick Ryan. Mundell slowing the game down now. Finds Johnson back to Mundell. Sterling with a 6-2 advantage. With a little under 5 minutes to go. Here's Long. Finds McFadden, here's Johnson. Back to Long. Schmidt in the corner. Thought about a three. Finds McFadden. Here's Johnson. Johnson with a jumper. Front iron. And a rebound Haddonfield. Here's Morris. To Narducci now. Pass a bit too strong. Intended for Ryan. And guys, I'm shocked to say it, but Haddonfield really looks just shocked at and struggling with the press right now.
Yeah, something that they're not. Oh, go ahead, Schultz.
That's all right. Go.
No, it's just something they're not really used to, and I'm sure that's not what they're being expecting from Sterling. Because Sterling, I think, has probably put the most pressure they put on any team defensively so far, and that's really kind of giving these Haddonfield players something they're not used to. They're struggling a lot, as you can see. They're not getting passes. They're not accurately passing the ball. They're just kind of flustered right now. So hopefully Sterling can keep this tempo going.
Long jacks up a three. That shot's good from outside. Vermeer Long's triple drops.
Got an open look off. Great ball movement around the outside.
And shot's good there for Patrick Ryan. Here's Long, thought about a three. Long has it again, drives inside, shots up, rims out, rebound Haddonfield, but he stepped out of bounds. Last touch there by Sam Narducci.
There's Long's jumper. With the quick ball movement around the outside.
is intercepted there by Zach Langen. He finds Narducci. Shot doesn't go. Rebound Johnson. The basket looks extremely small for Haddonfield so far in this first quarter. Mundell in the corner. Fires a cross-court pass. Now McFadden in the corner. Fires up a shot. Rims out. Rebound Mundell. Finds a spin. And they'll get a travel on C.J. Mundell.
Mundell getting the ball on the low post. Haddonfield just collapsing right on him right there. It just looked like he lifted up that pivot foot.
Here's Langen. He's picked up by Schmid. Now Narducci over to Morris. Narducci back to Morris. Haddonfield with some quick passing. Now Bond on the outside. Less than 3 minutes remain here in this first quarter. Sterling leads by 5. Narducci looking for some help. Here's Bond picked up by Johnson. Bond drives inside. Shot doesn't go. Ryan had it for a second. Now picked up by Travis Schmid. And it will stay with Sterling as it went off Ted Bond. Good defensive play there by Travis Schmid.
Yeah, they're defending the ball. You're seeing them get the help defense come over. And they're also cutting off the passing lanes. That's why I think you're seeing them getting some steals. But really, defensive pressure has Haddonfield, I think, playing too fast. You saw the missed layup there, a couple missed shots. They've really got Haddonfield out of a rhythm with their pressure.
Yeah, Schmidt, he's had a good first quarter. I mean, he had that one block over there earlier in this first quarter, and then the steal there. He's been looking pretty hot so far defensively.
Zion Arnett, who just checked in for Julian Johnson, fired up a 3. That one didn't go. And now on the run, here's Matt Morris. And his shot will drop off of the transition layup there.
One of the first times Sterling's caught, a little bit flat-footed right there. Didn't get back, and Haddonfield will make you pay for it.
Mundell with the pump fake finds Long. He's picked up by Bond. Long fires a pass, and it ends up in the hands of Bond. A turnover there for Vermeer Long. Here's Narducci. He finds Morris. Back to Narducci. Narducci fires up a 3. That shot rims out. Ball was swatted by Ryan and ends up in the hands of Morris. Bond looking to run the offense. He's picked up by McFadden. Find inside to Ryan. And Ryan with a nice soft touch on the post. Makes it a 1-point Sterling lead.
That's a real good job by Ryan. Sensing he had everybody spread out. Help defense wasn't able to go over there. Knew he had a one-on-one. And was able to spin and make it count.
Mundell jacks up a 3. That shot drops to C.J. Mundell.
That's why C.J. Mundell's so dangerous. Not only can he hurt you down on the low post, but he can bounce it out and hurt you from the perimeter.
Yeah, Mundell, a really good three-point shooter, 44% from the 3, averaging close to 18 points per game. He's the guy that Haddonfield's going to want to pay attention to the most.
Bond tried to answer with a 3 of his own, wouldn't go. Here's Langen with the 3, doesn't go either. Rebound, McFadden. McFadden running the break. Jadis McFadden drives inside. He's fouled. The shot. Jadis McFadden with the opportunity, the old-fashioned 3-point play here. With a nice transition layup through the contact.
This is where you have a veteran right there, taking on contact, taking that last step in that drive to take on the contact and showing great body control to make this one count. Here we see another great job by Mr. K and our tech crew getting that replay.
McFadden at the line for 1. Doesn't go for him. Sterling made some substitutions into the game as Marquise Holloway and Mark Lockett subbed out was Vermeer Long and C.J. Mundell. Narducci drives inside. Foul goes on Mark Lockett. That'll be his first.
First foul, team second.
Narducci to inbound. 21 seconds remain here in this first quarter. Drive inside. Here's Ryan. Ryan with a pump fake. He gets fouled and his shot drops. And so Haddonfield trying to answer back with their own old-fashioned 3-point play from the charity stripe. courtesy of Patrick Ryan.
And a couple times there you saw Haddonfield take advantage of Sterling coming at the perimeter defensively, a little bit out of control. You saw the baseline drive and the dish off.
And it looked like the shot missed the rim there, so the whistle blew it dead. Lockett with the ball, back to McFadden. Haddonfield trying to run their own bit of a trap here. Here's Zion Arnett, good find to Travis Schmid, and a nice take there by number 10, Travis Schmid. And Schmid's last basket makes it a 6-point advantage for the Knights headed into the end of the first quarter. It is 16-10 advantage Sterling, guys. What a first half, or excuse me, a first quarter there for the Knights.
Yeah, they looked pretty darn good defensively, offensively. They're in complete control right now.
We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back after this.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Beautiful night here at the Castle. Sterling with a 16-10 lead over the Haddonfield Bulldogs. Sterling trying to defend the division for the third year in a row. And so far, Sterling looking very good to start this game off against the Haddonfield Bulldogs team that is very, very tough. See the super fans coming out, showing their support here for the Knights.
What a job by Zion Arnett coming in there, off the bench, getting the ball at the free throw line, dishing off a bounce pass, perfect bounce pass.
Layup there, no good for Rolfing, but Haddonfield able to get it back. Here's Matt Morris with it. Morris driving, finds Ryan. Ryan, a foul call at the end of the play.
Going to take another look at this. Happened under the basket. Foul was called on Marquise Holloway there.
Ryan finds Morris. Long against Morris. Morris driving, and a travel. It'll be Sterling taking it back the other way.
And so far, Sterling has done a fantastic job just really flustering this Haddonfield team. They look almost shocked at the amount of pressure that Sterling has provided on the defensive end.
So here's Long trying to draw up a play for Sterling. Sterling with a 6-point lead. Here is Johnson with it. Johnson finds McFadden. Around the perimeter, finds Mundell. Mundell from deep. No good. Rebounded there from Morris. Morris gets it out to Narducci. Here's Narducci. Finds Bond. That's out off the hands of Morris. Able to recover it himself. Just barely able to stay in bounds. And a foul. That's going to be... That's on McFadden.
Now, I believe that's on number 21, Nate Rolfing. That's going to be an illegal screen there. Feet were moving. Gave him a little bit of a hip check. Threw a little bit of a little extra in there. We're going to take a look at it right here.
Oh, yeah, I see right there. Here's Mundell, gets it to McFadden. Back to Mundell. Mundell, nice move, able to find Johnson. Johnson from 3, no good. And a foul at the end of the play, Haddonfield not happy with it.
Yeah, another loose ball foul here on Haddonfield. Take a look. That one's going to go on number 4. Or excuse me, again, I believe, on number 21. There was a lot of bodies down in the paint. It's tough to pick out who it was, but it was definitely on Haddonfield because Holloway ended up on the ground.
That was number 4. Second foul.
McFadden will inbound it. 6:37 to go in this second quarter. He'll just find Long. Long out there to McFadden, back to Long. Then back to McFadden. Finds Long again. Long trying to set up a play, gets it to McFadden. Out there to Julian Johnson. Back to McFadden. McFadden driving, finds Long. Long now driving, loses it. Taken away by Haddonfield. That's Sam Narducci. Narducci driving as that's going to be a foul there on Travis Schmidt. And we'll take another look at it.
Schmidt does a nice job filling the lane correctly and just a little too much contact there on Narducci. With the referee right there, he couldn't get away with it.
And prior to the fast break and the turnover, you saw Haddonfield really having to help defense come over a little bit earlier on Vermeer Long to break things up and get the turnover.
See Narducci there averaging 13 points per game. With a 6-point advantage. That one off the mark, rebounded there by Langen.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach Wiedemann isn't happy with that one. 0 for 2 at the line there in a tight game. Might come back to bite him at the end of the, when it's all said and done.
Morris driving. And that goes into the hands of McFadden. He finds Mundell. Mundell finds Schmidt. Nice find. And Schmidt, no good. Rebounded, but a foul at the end. Schmidt takes a hard fall. And looks like he's slow to get up.
We're going to take another look at a good find there by Mundell. And right on the head.
That was number 15, Langen. First foul, team Schmidt.
And if you remember, Schmidt was the goalie during the soccer season and took a pretty brutal head injury on one of these freak accident kind of plays where it's not intentional. He gets up under his own power and he waved away trainer Sean Clank to begin with.
Looked like he got hit twice by the knee and then
as he fell
on top of him.
Yeah.
It'll be Jake Spiritoso to check in for Travis Schmidt.
Just from what I'm observing over on the sideline, it looks like just a little bit of a nosebleed as he is towel covering up the nose.
Here's Long with it. Sterling still up by 6. McFadden finds Julian Johnson. Johnson out there to Long. Long with it, finds Johnson. Back to Long. And Long just trying to slow up the pace. McFadden with it. Finds Mundell. Mundell with it. Makes a move, still with it, finds Long. Long out there towards McFadden, gets it back to Long.
Haddonfield's doing a nice job with this zone defense here. Sterling doing a nice job of just making the easy, simple pass and not trying to force anything into a tight window.
Long finds Mundell. Mundell with a pump fake. Trying to get to Spiritoso, but taken away. That's by Wolfing. So here's Narducci with it. Out there to Morris. Morris gets it out there to Wolfing, back towards Narducci. Narducci from mid-range, no good. It was rebounded there by Mundell, but a foul call.
I think they're going to get him with the loose ball foul here. Maybe over the back. I'm not exactly sure what the call would have been there.
Have yet to have a basket here, any scoring in this quarter.
Yeah, it's the same score as we headed into
coming into the quarter, and just two teams that are outstanding on the defensive end.
Morris from 3. And in as Morris makes this a 3-point game.
And that was a nice job there by Haddonfield, doing a good job of freeing up Morris off of a screen, and he does the rest, cannon the 3 from downtown.
Mundell finds McFadden. McFadden gets it to Mundell off a tip. Mundell trying to find someone, gets it out to Long.
Haddonfield's really getting over with the help defense early on a lot of these drives.
Mundell from mid-range puts it through. Back to a 5-point game.
And Mundell does a phenomenal job of just beating the zone. He sees the soft spot right there in the middle where they all have to collapse. They just collapse a little too late.
That one goes through. That's the whole thing. Here's McFadden, gets it to Long. Long out to Mundell, pump fake back to Long. And Long looking for the ref. Instead, that goes out of play.
Gonna take a look, and he's gonna come to this spot right here. You see that soft spot in the zone where nobody is, and they all take a little bit too much time just to rotate over, and he just drops in a little shot right there from around the free throw line. Good job, good high IQ play there by CJ Mundell.
You rarely see Haddonfield have a defensive lapse like that away from the ball.
Morris gets it out to Wolfing. Wolfing. Long shot from Bond is good. This game is now tied.
So much for there not being much scoring. I think after I said that,
announcers jinx
the
with
floodgates were
Schultz.
opening.
But Haddonfield's doing a phenomenal job of getting their guys space on the perimeter, and every player on this Haddonfield team, 1 through 5, can shoot it when they're on the court.
So here's Johnson. This game tied at 18. Mundell. And that's going to be a foul.
And take a look at this, and look at how much space Bond had there as Johnson was late on the rotation. And it doesn't matter if Ted Bond is playing the 5. All of these guys are threats from the outside on Haddonfield.
Travis Schmidt checking back into the game here for the Knights. Here's McFadden. McFadden. And that shot's blocked. And into the hands of Ted Bond there for Haddonfield. Nice way to keep that in bounds. That shot from 3, no good. Rebounded. That one no good. He can't stay with it. Into the hands of Mundell. Mundell driving. Able to find. Mundell, no good. A lot of bodies fighting for it. And a lot just happened on that play.
Yeah, Mundell doesn't kick it out. He tries to do it himself in the paint. Doesn't work out for him. And then a nice job by Arnett, being tough, sticking with it, forcing the jump ball. And luckily, Sterling had possession.
So here's Long. Out there to McFadden. Finds Long again. Back to McFadden. There's Johnson. Back to McFadden. And there's Long. Long driving, tipped pass out of bounds. And that's going to go the other way.
And Haddonfield really changing into this more of a zone defense is throwing Sterling through a loop. And that's something that they just got to adjust to. They haven't really adjusted just quite yet.
And they're getting more room on the outside. This is where Sterling's going to hit from the outside. It's the best way to beat a zone.
Game still tied at 18. 1:37 to go in this first half. That's going to be a foul there. That'll go the other way. That's going to be on Wolfing.
That's another illegal screen on Wolfing right there. You're going to take a look. His feet are not set there. He's still moving as he sets that pick, and that's picked up by the official. And that's a big play right there because Wolfing, listed at 6'8", is definitely the tallest player on the court.
Carbon copy, the previous foul. Same, and Jadis McFadden also the same
thing.
McFadden finds Mundell. Mundell pump fake. Mundell drives. Mundell long two, no good.
And that was just
by Tedeschi. Tedeschi with it. Tedeschi loses it. It's going to be a foul. And the timeout called.
Timeout taken by the Bulldogs. 30-second timeout.
And you can follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. We got a bunch of great information with the tech program and the castle. So you can follow us there as the bird has the word, as they like to say. The bird is the word, the bird has the word, just like the song from the Trash Men.
Hey Jake, do you know what the word? You know what's the word?
I have not heard.
Have you heard that the bird is the word?
I have heard that. The bird is the word. Take a look at this. Scary fall there for the cheerleaders.
Wow, what a game. I mean, we went probably almost 4 minutes into this quarter without a point being scored, but things really opened up. Haddonfield hitting from the outside. Sterling giving them room on the outside, and Haddonfield made them pay for it.
So 106 to go in this first half. Game tied at 18. Here's Narducci. Out to Morris. Back to Narducci. Narducci double team. Gets it to Bond. Out there to Morris. Back to Narducci, and that shot no good. And that's going to be a foul.
Now take a look right here. You'll see the fouls around this area. It's underneath the basket. And that's again on number 21, Nate Rolfing must have it out for Jadis McFadden, because that's about the third foul I can count.
Yeah, he's got 3. And they had to get him out of that game. The last thing he needs is a fourth with 52 seconds left.
So here's McFadden with it. Out to Mundell, back to McFadden. McFadden trying to draw the play, gets to Long. Back to McFadden, then back to Long. And back to Long again. Out to Mundell, back to Long. Less than 30 to go.
I think what Sterling's missing here is some quick ball movement. If they're going to give you that outside shot, give that quick ball movement.
Nice play there.
Good play, but unfortunately it's not going to count as Johnson drives in, and taking the charge there was Joe Tedeschi.
You see, clearly had the feet set and definitely took one for the team.
Yeah, sacrificed his body right there.
No doubt.
Here's Narducci. Gets it to Morris. 5 to shoot. And that final shot, no good. So we will go to break with a tie score at the end of this first half. 18 apiece for both teams. We'll take a break. Second half action coming up after this.
It's getting late. I should really go to bed.
Girl, what are you worried about? Come on, it won't hurt if you stay up another hour.
You know what? You're right. It couldn't hurt to stay up for another hour or so. What? It's already 1 a.m.? I didn't even realize it was so late. I'm telling her I'm going to bed. Oh my god, it's 7 a.m. Oh my god, help! Ugh. Mom, I'm running late. Don't forget to pick up the kids later. All right, I gotta go. Have a good day.
Dude, are you kidding? Pictures. Sean, what are you doing? Go to Redmond's office.
definitely take your hood down. I heard there's sending people to internal for an entire semester. Dude, that's just a rumor. I'm taking my hood down. That's stupid.
Hey, you know the rules. No hood. And where's your ID? Get to class.
How many times do I have to tell you? Get the hoodie off. That's it. I've had it with this hoodie business. Down the vice principal's office now.
I can't believe I've been working on this homework for over an hour now. I only have to submit this last assignment and I'll finally be done. Who's messaging me? I don't know who this is, but I guess I'll just see what she wants and then I'll go to bed.
What?
It's got you all excited. I have a date with this girl I met on Instagram earlier this week. This is my first time meeting her in person though.
You just met this girl yesterday, and you're already going on a date with her?
You're crazy, man. You gotta be careful. Whatever, man. You guys just may have a date tonight.
What is
I need to use the potty.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
I wasn't even going for that long.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sterling GV19. This game is tied up at 18 apiece. As you see a shot there of Coopertown Center. And we'll take a look at the leading scores for both teams. For Sterling, CJ Mundell and Bremere Long both with 5, and then Jadis McFadden with 4. And for Haddonfield, it's Ryan with 6, Morris with 5, and Bond with 3. And we'll take a look at highlights for Patrick Ryan, the leading scorer for the Haddonfield Bulldogs. There we go. Overall, Ryan having a pretty impressive game, especially in the box right there, fighting for that layup.
Yeah, he's done
3 defenders and putting it through.
He's done a lot of work in the post. You see a nice spin move there on Travis Schmidt. That's a pretty advanced move at this level.
Real good body control.
See, just another good take there for Patrick Ryan.
So we'll take a look at highlights for Mundell, leading scorer for the Knights.
And this was a beautiful basket here by Mundell. Finds the soft spot in the zone. Defense too late to react. Shot drops for him there. And he's going to hit a 3 from the outside here. Nice pump fake. Frees himself up. Gets himself just enough space. Nothing but net there, Mr. Schultz.
I think Sterling is going to have to hit from the outside, because what Haddonfield's doing is they're staying back in that defense and cutting off the drive, so they're allowing Sterling, giving them open looks from the outside. Sterling's just got to drain them.
Take a look at both crowds coming out tonight, supporting both the Knights and the Bulldogs. So we're about to get ready for this second half of action here at the Castle. Both teams 6-1, both 4-0 in the division. Sterling looking to go 7-1 on the season. And whoever wins this game tonight will have sole possession of first place in the Liberty Conference. See there the Colonial Liberty standings. Both Sterling and Haddonfield at 6-1, 4-0 in the conference. So again, whoever wins this game tonight will take a sole first place lead.
It's going to be interesting to see how this third quarter transpires. Again, that second quarter, no scoring in the first 4 minutes.
So it'll be Haddonfield to start with the ball. Here's Narducci with it. Out there towards Langen. To Morris. Back to Narducci. Morris again. Morris makes a move on Long, still with it. Morris, that goes right into the arms of Johnson. Johnson with some space. The layup, no good. And rebounded there by Morris. And there's a nice defensive play by Johnson, just not able to follow through. Gives Sterling the lead.
Yeah, just got some jitters there trying to finish the layup.
So here's Bond trying to draw up a play. Just gets it out to Narducci. Narducci against McFadden. Out there to Morris. Morris finds Bond. Back to Morris. Morris just gets it to Ryan. That shot no good. Rebounded there by Mundell. Lost it for a moment, regained it.
Good job by Sterling there, collapsing on Ryan in the post and holds him to no points on that possession.
So here's Long. Gets into McFadden. Back to Morris. Not Morris, Mundell. Here's Long. Long from three. Off the mark. Morris gets it back. No foul called. And it'll be Narducci to get the rebound. Narducci from long distance. No good. Rebounded there by Ryan. Gets it out to Narducci. Narducci, mid-range. No good. Rebounded by Schmidt.
And that pass offensive possession was a heck of a possession for Vermeer Long. Had the fantastic pass where he put it right on the money off the floor where only his man could get it. Fired up a three, followed it up with his own offensive rebound, and then just a lot of contact, no foul. Officials are letting him play here in this beginning of the second half.
So here's McFadden with it. Trying to draw the play, finds Johnson. Back to McFadden. Back to Johnson. Finds Schmidt. Thought about it for a moment, gets it back to Johnson. Back to Long, then gets it to McFadden. Finds Johnson. Johnson with the hook shot. It is good. And the Knights take the lead back. It's 20-18.
Great job by James McFadden, allowing that play to develop. Perfect pass.
Here's Morris against Long. Back there, Narducci. Working against McFadden. Narducci. Long pass. Morris from deep. Good. And that'll give Haddonfield the lead. I think.
Going to take a look here at the find inside there for Julian Johnson.
So the Dogs are the 1-point lead.
That's a great job by Johnson, using his body to shield the defender, having a great sense of knowing that Ryan was closing in on him.
Mundell finds Johnson. Johnson, no good. And two missed layups for Johnson in this second half. That shot no good from Ryan, rebounded by Mundell. Mundell driving. Gets it to Long. Slips for a moment, trying to stay with it. Finds Johnson, and Johnson puts it through.
Going right back to Johnson. Great job of Vermeer Long. Sensing the defender was out of control. Quick drive and great dish off.
And give props to Johnson. Missing two gimmies like that could definitely have an effect on your confidence, but he sticks with it. He perseveres, and he knocks down a layup inside there with some contest.
Ryan inside the box, puts it through. 1-point lead here for Haddonfield. Here's Mundell with it. Gives it to Long. Less than 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. McFadden finds Long. Back to Johnson. Back to McFadden, then finds Schmidt. Schmidt from three. And no good. Rebounded there by Langen.
Yeah, that zone defense is going to allow those open looks. Sterling's just got to drain them. Good ball moving around the outside. Just a matter of taking them. They're eventually going to fall.
Yeah, not a bad take there by Travis Schmidt, just not the result you were looking for.
So here's Narducci. Gets it out to Langen, back to Narducci. Narducci driving. Nice spin move. Narducci from mid-range puts it through. 3-point lead for Haddonfield. Here's Mundell. And it looks like Vermeer Long is down on the far side. He'll get back up. It'll be Zion Arnett to check in for him.
And he walked off under his own power was a good sign. What wasn't a good sign is he immediately went back to the hardwood as soon as he got off the court. So hopefully Sean Clank can work his magic and get him back for the rest of this game.
So that mid-range shot no good. Here's Mundell with it. He loses it, goes out of play. So to go back the other way. Here's Narducci with it. 3 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Haddonfield with a 25-22 lead over the Knights.
And Sterling still hasn't figured out how to knock down those shots from the outside.
Here's Lennon, that shot no good. Rebounded there by Schmidt. And here's Mundell taking it up the court. Mundell, nice move, driving and a foul.
Mundell now, when he gets the ball in transition, he's tough to stop when he gets running downhill, and that's a good job by Haddonfield just trying to contain him. They had the foul.
So McFadden gets it out to Arnett. That's out to Johnson. That's McFadden trying to find Arnett. Sterling still with it, but eventually goes out of play. Kind of surprised they were able to stay with it for that long.
That was planned, but a pretty good job by Travis Schmidt, just being aware. He just kind of got rid of it, and it bounced off the foot of one of Haddonfield's players.
So here's Arnett. Gets it to McFadden. Then out to Mundell. Mundell to McFadden. McFadden driving, no good. Rebounded there by Lankin. Driving is Narducci. Narducci with a layup, no good. Mundell takes the charge.
I think they're getting Mundell with the block here. Not sure if the feet were set. Take a look at it. He looked to be moving, and they get him with the block.
So a timeout call.
Timeout taken by the Knights. 60-second timeout.
And we got all the socials. You can find us on Facebook. We post the same good info there. Whatever floats your boat. Twitter, where the bird is the word, or Facebook, owned by Mark Zuckerberg. We got it all, ladies and gentlemen. Follow us on Facebook.
Great crowd on hand for this always outstanding matchup. And boy, guys, this third quarter is definitely much different than the second quarter with all the scoring, and there's even more opportunities that are missed. And I think partly that's due to the good defensive pressure, especially down in the low post. A lot of missed opportunities, but you know, defensively, each team is forcing the other team to play a little bit faster.
Well, and right now, I think in the second quarter we saw, and especially in that first quarter, we saw Sterling force Haddonfield into a few mistakes, and now in the beginning of this second half, we're seeing Haddonfield force Sterling into some mistakes. And I think Sterling has the right idea. They're trying to work the ball into the post, but at some point, you got to kick out when they're clamping down, and they just haven't been able to knock down those outside shots.
So 2:06 left to go in quarter number 3. Again, the Bulldogs with a 3-point lead over the Knights. And it will be Sam Narducci to shoot from the line. Narducci's first shot, no good. Narducci with his second try. And no good again. Rebounded there by McFadden. Finds Mundell. Mundell driving, swatted away. And a foul. Let's take another look at it.
Good job by McFadden. Run to the break there. And a nice job by Mundell. He drives inside and attacks, and contact there from Bond. Good job by Mundell. Not being afraid to be great there, getting himself to the line.
So Mundell, first shot in and out. Mundell, a 78% free throw shooter. And puts that one through. Cuts the deficit down to 2. So here is Narducci. Narducci, that pass deflected into the hands of Johnson. Johnson takes it away, driving toward the basket, puts it through this time. And ties this game up at 25.
Well, we saw how Haddonfield brought the help defense over to come on Sterling's side. Just saw Sterling do that to Haddonfield and get Johnson with the steal going the other way.
So Haddonfield trying to answer, they can't. And here's Mundell with it. Mundell out to Schmidt. Schmidt against McFadden. Here's McFadden with it. Trying to slow up the pace. Out to Mundell. Back to McFadden. McFadden driving. McFadden shot in and out.
We're gonna take a look. That's a phenomenal job creating defense and turning it into offense there by Julian Johnson. And he had one similar that he sort of whiffed on earlier in the quarter, but this one he capitalizes on.
Kind of took his time, didn't rush it. And again, you're seeing a younger player develop within a game.
So McFadden's first shot is good. That gives the Knights a 26-25 lead. Trying to add one more point to that total, and he does. 59 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Here's Langen, gets it out there to Narducci. Sterling putting some pressure. Narducci makes a move. Narducci drives, no good. Rebounded by Schmidt.
And the help defense from Sterling there was phenomenal.
Drive store in the basket, no good. Rebounded by Mundell, and he puts it through. Langen gets it to Narducci. McFadden working against Narducci.
Take a look at the basket here by Mundell. McFadden drives in. Shot doesn't go, and a good job of positioning himself to get the rebound there. Good job boxing out, and he gets the easy 2 there of working hard on the box out.
So here's Narducci. First shot, good.
One thing Sterling's doing a much better job of also is defending, and we talked about it down in the low post. You know, you've seen Ryan, who really ate him up in that second quarter, have some missed shots, and I think you have to give credit to what Sterling's been able to do defensively and forcing him to kind of work a little quicker, a little bit off balance.
Narducci's second shot there, nothing but net. And here's Mundell with it. Gets to McFadden, back to Mundell. 10 seconds left. Mundell trying to draw up a play. It's down to 5 seconds. Mundell from distance. In and out. And that will end this third quarter. The Sterling Knights with a 29-27 lead over Haddonfield. Fourth quarter action coming up after this.
Welcome back. Taking a nice look there at the Borough of Magnolia sign on the White Horse Pike. Sterling about to enter the fourth quarter with a 2-point advantage over Haddonfield, 29-27 heading into the fourth. And guys, it's been a pretty good game to this point.
Outstanding. And you know, you feel like in the last couple minutes, Sterling's done a lot more good things, but they're still only up by 2. You almost feel like they should be up by more, but that's what Haddonfield does. They find a way to stay close. You know, this is one of those games that could change momentum-wise in a split second.
Yeah, a lot of momentum shifts in that third quarter, and that was probably the most exciting quarter of basketball we've had all night. Just a lot of back and forth between both teams, making a lot of very important shots.
Here is Long outside, drives inside, and they're going to call for a jump ball. Haddonfield has possession, so they will take over.
And one thing Haddonfield's done as this game's gotten going is you look at Sterling with the pressure. Haddonfield's really closed in on Long and not allowed him to get deep in those drives.
And the press at work. Here's Bond, fires a pass to Morris. He finds Wolfing inside. Wolfing is fouled. Has a shot for three. Wolfing uses his frame to his advantage there, and Schmidt even got a hand on it.
Foul is on number 10, Schmidt. Third foul, team's third.
That's a great job of Wolfing adjusting to a tip pass and regaining body control and finishing.
And guys, Haddonfield hasn't been very effective from the strike tonight. That could come back to bite them. And the ball will stick with Sterling. Patrick Ryan can't believe it. Not a fan of the call by the official there. Here is Long, he drives inside. Dishes this one off to Schmidt. Travis Schmidt with the basket there to get the Knights on the board to start the fourth. And Haddonfield working their way up the court. A nice move there by Ryan. Good little Euro step there by Patrick Ryan.
That's outstanding by Ryan. Going by the defender and that little nifty move there at the end to finish.
Both teams picking up from where they left off in that third quarter. Just a lot of back and forth momentum shifts. It's gearing up.
Julian Johnson's shot is good from low in the post. Gives Sterling a 33-31 lead over the Bulldogs here early in this fourth quarter. Ryan outside finds Morris. Morris has space. He chucks up a three. That shot's good for Morris, and he is fired up. Take a look, Schmidt just late on that rotation, and there is a Bulldog down. That is Ted Bond. Took a hard fall. You're gonna see it over there. Johnson gave him a little bit of a bump. And I'm not sure if he got the wind knocked out of him or it was more serious than that. Just gonna take a look at it. You see it right there.
Kind of even before the shot, he kind of, I don't know, not quite sure what happened.
We're taking a look. It looks like he's trying to cut in, and you can see he sort of limped.
Yeah, it must have happened beforehand because he was kind of looked like he was reaching for his stomach or something. There might have been contact right before we were able to get the camera on him.
He looked okay because he gave the official a hard time when he said he had to come out.
So what got lost in that was Sterling's great ball movement down in the low post in the previous basket.
Good effort there by Schmidt. Shot doesn't go, but he'll get the foul. Schmidt almost took it for an oop from McFadden, but
didn't go. Terrific effort there by Schmidt, up in the air with the defender closing in on him, getting himself to the free throw line. That's what you like to see, an 85% free throw shooter. We've definitely had some issues over the last few years with some of our free throw shooting.
Second shot doesn't go, and Bond is back in the game. He got that rebound. All tied here at 34. Here's Narducci. Now finds Ryan. Ryan working outside. Gets it to Morris, who's been hot from deep. Down inside Ryan. Here's Schmidt. Good defense there in the post by Travis Schmidt. Long run of the break. Long with a quick cut. Finds McFadden. He drives inside. He's picked up by Bond. Cross court pass to Schmidt. He fires it in the corner. Here's a three. No good. Rebound McFadden. Shot clock for Jason.
beat the press early on a couple minutes ago. I think Sterling's going to amp up the pressure.
And Narducci was fouled. We're going to take a look here at the basket from McFadden. It's happened right at the rack.
Wow, what a play by McFadden, pulling away from pressure down in the low post and finishing.
Narducci's first free throw drops. And we got a timeout on the floor.
Timeout taken by the Knights.
Going to take another look here. The good hustle from McFadden. Tips it around, gets his own rebound. And a nice job in the post there by Jadis McFadden. And guys, it's a one-point game here. Sterling just took a timeout. Haddonfield has the opportunity to tie it at the line. Guys, we got a goodie on hand.
No doubt about it. And you saw Sterling in the early part of the quarter go with that defensive pressure. It shook Haddonfield up in the first quarter. Then went back, Haddonfield beat it. Then they went back to it again just about a minute ago. Haddonfield beat it again. So, you know, I think Sterling's trying to get a feel to see if they can kind of turn things up and shake them up. But so far in this quarter, Haddonfield's been equal to the task.
Yeah, they've been able to adjust at their timeouts, make some good adjustments, and kind of get used to that pressure that Sterling put on them.
Here's Narducci at the line. Second shot, rolls around the rim and drops. We are knotted up at 36 with around 5 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. Here's McFadden, finds Long. Back to McFadden, he's picked up by Morris. Now Mundell on the outside. Here's Schmidt in the corner. Schmidt drives inside, shakes Wolfing loose. Shot doesn't drop. Rebound Wolfing. Narducci, picked up by McFadden, finds Morris. Here's Wolfing, now Ryan. Back to Narducci, thought about it for a second, pass is knocked away, and it is now scooped up by Ramir Long. He dribbles over his defender, and the shot from the freshman.
Great job by C.J. Mondell with the steal, get it out to Ramir Long, and he took it from there.
Here's Morris, he's corralled, lost possession, and they got a jump ball. Take a look at this. He dribbles over the defender, takes it coast to coast, not shying away from the contact from Narducci, who's a junior, a bit of an upperclassman there. Take another look at it.
Yeah, what an electrifying play to see him just here turn on the afterburners. He can switch gears, go to another speed, blows by the defender, and taking on some defensive pressure too. What great body control in finishing things off there by Ramir Long.
I mean, good golly, Miss Molly. I don't know what can't Ramir Long do? He has been very efficient for Sterling in these first 8 games of the year. He is looking really strong.
And a pretty clear travel there on Mundell. Here's Ryan outside, cross-court pass to Narducci. He's picked up by McFadden. Bond had it bobbled around for a little bit. Now out to Morris. Morris working, finds his teammate in the corner there. Back to Morris. Shot drops there for Matt Morris.
That was all set up by Lang, and the defender was out of control at the baseline drive. Drew defensive pressure and dished off.
Here's McFadden to Long. Ramir Long, kick out to the corner to Johnson. Johnson back to Mundell. Mundell fires on the shot. C.J. Mundell. Diddly D, Mundell for 3. And now here's Bond. He tries to answer with a 3 of his own. No good. Rebound Schmidt. He finds McFadden. McFadden, veteran move here, slowing up the pace of the game. Now McFadden going to work. Finds Schmidt inside. Schmidt shot. Take a look at the 3 here from Mundell. Creates space for himself. Drops the triple right there.
Great job by C.J. Mundell. Not coming up with a big drive or anything, just shifting over a little bit to the right. Sensing Morse was a little bit out of control there. He drains the 3.
I mean, Jake, you weren't lying. We really do have a goodie here today.
Schmid's first 3 throw goes, and Brian, as you were saying, the winner of this game gets sole possession of first place in this early basketball season in the Colonial Conference. Schmid, excellent at the line, 2 for 2 there on that trip.
And if Sterling wins this game, Haddonfield would lose their first game on the road. They're 2-0 when they play away.
Morris fires up a 3, no good. Bond with the offensive rebound. Tipped away by McFadden. Terrible hustle play. Doesn't go. And contact there on Johnson. We have a great fast-paced game on hand.
I don't know if we got a shot at Coach Barringer when the ball was going the other way. Well, not this one. It come back the other way. He saw the Haddonfield players were ahead of the pack and wanting to get his players to get back. Watch him leaping up. Oh, okay, he just got out of his chair. He was as animated. I think I've seen him all year in the early part of this season.
I mean, he had more hops than any of his guys have had on the court all season. I mean, I saw him jumping for joy in there.
Gonna take another look at it, and
there you see him
we're
go
gonna
up.
see if
Now
we
you're
can
going to see if we get a shot of Coach Barringer up here. He just finished his jump right there. He wanted his guys to get back, and fortunately they were able to get back. But ultimately you saw Martucci have to drive to the basket, getting to the free throw line. And you have to feel like Sterling right now, up by 5. This is their game to win, and it has a feel that they're going to have to win it from the free throw line.
I'm getting some goosebumps here, guys.
Wow, we couldn't have asked for a better game. I mean, you talk about 2 teams that year in and year out battle for the conference, and these are 2 evenly matched teams. I don't think there's any way about it.
And guys, it is amped up in here to the max. Both crowds, both sides are getting into it as Narducci, who has been the bulldog at the line the most tonight, is looking to knock down this second free throw, and it rolls in off the front iron. Here is Long. And pass was tipped, so luckily it will stay with Sterling.
This is where you've got to have great ball movement. If you get caught overhandling the ball, that's where Haddonfield's going to come up with the trap.
Here is Long. He's
There's
picked
the trap
up
right there. Good job on rear Long, spinning out of it. And a great time out there by Coach Barringer.
Timeout taken by the Knights. 60-second timeout.
And you can check us out on Instagram at SterlingTV19. We post all the good stuff here going on at the Castle, along with what's going on with us in the tech department. Check it out on Instagram, SterlingTV19.
crowd, super fans, really kind of picking it up in this second half. I think they raised their level of noise. But I think one of the things Coach Barringer has got to be telling his guys is that, hey, we got to get back on D, but probably more importantly, when you get the ball in the half-court set, you got to move the ball. You can't get caught up. You can't get caught overhandling the ball. Because Haddonfield traditionally can turn games around with that trap. So that's something that Sterling has got to be aware of.
And with the game as tight as it is, 1 minute and 22 seconds, you got to think is plenty of time. Here's Mundell, makes the smart pass to McFadden. Back to Mundell.
Yep, this is where they got to watch the trap. Good job moving the ball around.
Mundell finds Schmid. Travis Schmid with a big basket for the Knights.
What a great job of C.J. Mundell. Having a great sense of knowing that Schmid was down in the low post.
We're going to take a look right here at the basket by Travis Schmid off the feed from C.J. Mundell.
Team 6.
And this is where you have to like that. You got two veterans in McFadden and Mundell out on the perimeter, and a freshman on the perimeter who plays like a veteran in Long.
Here's McFadden. Cross-court pass was tipped by Morris. And 40.8 seconds remain here.
And that's what that trap can do. It can either get a steal or force you into an ill-advised pass.
Sterling's going to take a timeout here.
Timeout taken by the Knights. 60-second timeout.
I've seen Haddonfield, you look at our Sterling fans, turn games around and come back in games with less than 2 minutes left. So many times I can't even count. Here we see right there, that's a great play by C.J. Mundell. A lot of players in that situation aren't going to have the presence of mind to see Travis Schmid down in the low post, but Mundell did.
Taking a good look in there at some of the huddles. There's Coach Barringer.
And the other thing I think Coach has got to be telling them, hey, if you do get caught up in a trap, that's where you need other players coming to the ball. Don't sit there flat-footed. Come to the ball and help out.
And we're about ready for action once again. Mundell will inbound for the Knights. Less than 40 seconds remain. Here is McFadden. Picked up by that trap. And McFadden needing some help. He finds Mundell. Wise not to shoot it there. Just run some clock. That is a very selfless act by C.J. Mundell, not taking that wide open three.
First foul, team 7.
McFadden was fouled. He'll get to the line.
And a veteran move there by C.J. Mundell, just kind of slowing things down. As you said, you don't want to shoot in that situation, but had a nice little subtle ball fake, and just something like that can throw the defense off for a split second. Eventually got the ball to McFadden.
First of the one-on-one doesn't go. And it looks like Sterling takes their third consecutive timeout. And there's confusion on the coaches as to who called timeout. It's now being assessed to Haddonfield. I think Haddonfield saying they didn't call a timeout, and Sterling didn't have possession. They couldn't call a timeout if they wanted to, but the timeout is assessed to the Haddonfield Bulldogs.
Yeah, right now we've seen Coach Barringer have 3 breaks here to talk to his players, and you really have to like the way they've carried things out with them moving the ball around the perimeter. We talked about the ball fake by Mundell. Premier Long has been outstanding all night in pressure situations. No surprise what that young man is doing right now.
Good look inside the huddle. Now taking a look at the super fans. And guys, a great game from both sides. It'll be exciting to see how this one plays out in the final 30 seconds or so. .29 is how many ticks are left up on the clock. And Haddonfield now running them up the court. Here's Narducci. He finds Bond. Bond shuts up the three. It's set back by Mundell. And here comes Mundell. And that is what will cut this game off. And this right here is going to be the replay of the year coming from our producer, Mr. K. Mundell with the SWAT team block, and he slams it home. Sends the hammer up too, it stayed still. Oh my. We'll take another look at it here. Here's Mundell off the block, and slams it home, and kisses this one goodnight. The Knights walk away victorious, 47-39. Your final score.
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. What a way to end it.
Yeah, and it's only fitting that C.J. Mundell was able to get this slam at the end. What a job he, Jadis McFadden, and Long did with the Haddonfield pressure in that last minute and a half. And I think that was the key to us ultimately getting this to this point with Mundell with the slam.
What a job by the Knights tonight.
Take another look at it right here. Mundell gets the block on Bond, and guys, that's all she wrote. Really put the game to sleep after that. So we take a look as Mundell is going to come flying into your living room, ladies and gentlemen, with a great look there at the backboard cam. It's looking right down on the basket.
Mr. K has been dreaming of that camera shot for months.
That's what he put it there for.
Yeah.
And we will have a post game to follow. We will be right back as the Knights win this one, 47-39. We'll be right back after this break. Yippee!
trying to win some big money tonight?
Yeah, they don't call me Johnny Wiggles for nothing.
Man, you better not sell me. I had a bad couple of weeks, but I need this money. Let's go win. Have you ever been here before?
Yeah, I have.
This looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
Welcome to Nightlife Casino. I'm Ricky, your dealer for tonight. We'll be starting shortly.
Let's have a good night.
The game is blackjack.
I'm feeling a little frisky. Let's go 200.
Already? It's the first game. Nah, I'm playing it safe.
Round 1 is over. Sir, we've tied. Sir, you've lost. The next round will start in 10 seconds.
What are you doing?
I'm doing what's right. I'm going all in.
You're nuts. That's all your allowance. That's all your money. You're gonna go bankrupt. Told ya.
Why are you such a loser? Why am I such a loser? No, I'm not a loser. I'm cool. Many people think I am too.
And welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. I'm here with Jadis McFadden. Jadis, great win. What was the mindset, especially with the younger team, that Coach Behringer was preaching in the locker room?
He just said, play as a team, and we'll come out with the dub. That's all we had to do.
And we really saw you work great on the defensive end, and that led to some easy offense. Talk us a little bit into that.
I just had my coach preach defense. He preached it at practice, so as long as we play defense, the offense will come to us.
And obviously, you guys see Haddonfield one more time. It's obviously good to get this first one under the belt. Talk us through a little bit about that, especially what the Superfans did here today.
Superfans helped us out a lot. They were cheering on for us, but we already knew we were going to get the dub today. So.
All right, thank you, Jadis. I love that confidence. Great game today.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And now we got Premier Long. Premier, this is really your first rivalry game against Haddonfield as a Knight. Talk us a little bit about what it was like preparing for this first rivalry game.
It was a good feeling, especially for me and the guys. Last year they knocked us off in the playoffs, so it's just a good get-back game for everyone. It felt good knocking off one of the top teams.
And being one of the younger teams in this Colonial Conference, talk about what Coach Behringer was preaching, especially coming up against a tough team like Haddonfield.
He just told us to be disciplined, trust each other. We're a brotherhood, and that's what we did tonight. We trusted each other, and we got the job done.
And you did a great job managing the game, especially late. Talk about some of the experiences you might have had before coming into high school that gave you that managing experience.
I watch a lot of film on me and the guys, and I've just been traveling, playing travel ball summer, so it was good preparation for this time.
And talk about the impact that the Superfans had, especially making it important for you guys getting the first win over Haddonfield. You can see them again at Haddonfield.
Yes, sir. The Superfans are always going to be there for us, and it was just a good experience having them out there to help us win out the game tonight.
Thanks for coming on, Premier. Great game today.
No problem. Thank you.
We're still waiting on, I believe, CJ Mundell and Coach Behringer. Coach Coach Behringer, great game tonight. What was the mindset coming in, especially you have a young team? This is the first real rivalry game against a great team like Haddonfield. Talk us what you were going through as we're going to take a look at some of the highlight plays on the monitor.
Yeah. What you want me to talk about the mindset or this highlight? You know what? But here's the thing. Listen, CJ ended the last time we played them with a dunk, right? And then they came back and wanted that more. So, that's probably going to be one of the points I say is that if you want to dunk like that, they're going to be ready for you when we come back to Haddonfield. That's for sure.
And talk.
But I don't know what the question was. What was it?
What was the mindset of having a younger team coming into this first rivalry game against Haddonfield?
The mindset was just to learn how to lock in, right? Because we've had a couple progressions of games where we've experienced different challenges, and the mindset always has to be the same, right? Because if you don't lock in, you can't challenge a junk defense, you can't challenge a hostile environment in another gym, a young team building, missing shots. So our mindset was just really lock in, stay disciplined, and enjoy it. I always tell them to enjoy this stuff. You don't get many times to do this. That's why you play.
And talk about, we saw a lot of the guys come out here with the defensive presence. Talk about what the mindset was defensively. We saw a lot of turnovers create defense and offense.
Well, the mindset's always the same. It's just whether or not, we get up for those things. Haddonfield's always going to bring the best of us. We know Paul Wiedemann is a fantastic coach. He's always prepared. His guys play hard. They close out hard. They do everything with purpose. So we just, the mindset was just to really, match that. We said, if you ain't hungry like me, then you can't eat at my table.
And give us a little insight on some of the senior leaders stepping up throughout this game.
Yeah, you saw Jadis came up with some big defense. Like, I don't think you see what Jadis does on the glass, right? Jadis gets on the glass, he's all over. He plays defense. We ask a lot out of him, and he does it time and time again. I couldn't be more happy with him. And CJ just gets it done in all different ways. He went toe-to-toe with that big guy. He went toe-to-toe with everybody, and he came up big at the end, and he's a great passer. So, it's good.
And then in contrast to that, talk about the impact that some of the underclassmen had on today's victory.
Well, their impact is them being able at young in their career to be able to lock in and drown out everything and stay there for the whole run. We knew it was going to be a run. Like, they went on their run, we went on our run, they went back, and for them to be able to weather that and to stay locked in, I'm very proud of them.
And this win puts you guys right now in first place in the Colonial Conference. Big win tonight, Coach. Thanks for coming on with us.
And tell if Mama O'Donnell's watching, thanks for the cookies. CJ's eating them right now. I may get some. CJ might take the whole thing.
And now joining us is CJ Mundell. CJ, great game. Talk about the impact that you had defensively. We're going to look here at that block, turning defense into offense and putting the cherry on top with the dunk at the end.
Somebody last year said from the playoffs game that I was going to get my redemption, and this was it. Stole the ball and had to just put my foot on the third, finish it.
And talk about, as a team, what you guys were able to do on defense, create some of those transition opportunities.
Throughout the past games, we've been letting teams score, and we'll just score right back. But this is our real test to see if we can play defense, and we did, and we pulled through.
And now first in the Colonial Conference, what's next for you guys as you continue on with this season?
Now that we kicked off the number 10 team, now we're going to go for Eastern and take their throats.
All right, thank you, CJ. Pretty bold claim there. Thanks for coming on with us. Great game as always. And that'll wrap it up for us here on Sterling Channel 19. Going to send it back to Brian McLernan in the booth.
All right, so our next TV game is tomorrow, Friday, January 6th. It'll be wrestling. Sterling taking on Audubon at 6 p.m. That'll be live on Channel 19 as well as YouTube on youtube.com/SterlingTV19. I'm Brian McLernan, joined by Jake Clark, Kevin Schules. Thank you to Mr. K and the entire tech crew for helping out today. And great win for the Knights. And as always, go Knights. Oh my God, look at CJ Mundell. Look at him go.